Hello adventurers, my name is Chance, welcome to my spellbook, and thank you so much for taking a look at the 33rd episode of our background series. Today we're going to be going over Knight of the Order. This I actually much prefer to the knight I discussed in the previous video, for just headache's sake. Although, I don't know, it comes down to the DM I suppose. In any case, the Knight of the Order was found in the Sword Coast Adventures Guide, as with quite a few of the backgrounds we've discussed thus far. If you'd like to get caught up on all the backgrounds, or if this is your first time watching one of these videos, please do check out the full playlist where we go over all 55-ish 54, 55-ish backgrounds, and kind of just flesh them out a little bit better. Of course, as more books get added, that number will increase, but yeah, you can do so by either clicking that top little eye icon on the screen, or waiting until the end of the video and checking out the end cards. In any case, let's dive into the Knight of the Order by first going over its description. You belong to an order of knights who have sworn oaths to achieve a certain goal. The nature of this goal depends on the order you serve, but in your eyes it is without question a vital and honorable endeavor. Now, the Sword Coast Adventures Guide itself goes over several examples, Knights of the Unicorn, the Knights of Myth Denor, or the Knights of the Silver Chalice, but ultimately I'd recommend you just come up with your own, as D&D 5e is all about characters kind of choosing their own path. In any case, let's now move on to its mechanics here. You will gain skill proficiency in Persuasion, plus Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion, and that will naturally come down to the origin and goal of the order of which you belong, or maybe even something that happened before you joined the order. Under tool proficiencies, you gain one type of gaming set or one musical instrument, kind of as a way to best represent the knightly order to which you belong, and you gain a language of your choice as well. Taking a look at your equipment, you gain a set of traveler's clothes, a signet or banner, seal, something to represent the order of which you belong to and the rank, and a pouch containing 10 GP as well. Really nice stuff overall. Really simple. I do like the fact that you can customize your skill proficiencies to some degree or another. I'm always in favor of that. Now let's take a moment here and go over its feature. This one is called Knightly Regard. You receive shelter and succor from members of your knightly order and those who are sympathetic to its aims. If your order is a religious one, you can gain aid from temples and other religious communities of your deity. Knights of civic orders can get help from the community that they serve, and knights of philosophical orders, can find help from those they have aided in pursuit of their ideals, and those who share those ideals. Really great stuff. I think a good way to or an interesting idea at the very least of a knightly order is to treat them as kind of sort of bodyguards for hire. Not quite mercenaries, because they won't go out and do illegal acts, but if you are a mage, for example, who needs protection while in a certain area, then you can hire out a certain knightly order and they will come to your aid. So long as the research you're doing is either in line with the order's goals, or you provide the order with a copy of the research that you complete. Something to that effect would be really, really interesting, and I would really like that. However, this class, just like a handful of the others from the Sword Coast Adventures Guide, is really all about flexibility and customization, so it's certainly worth sitting down with your dungeon master, maybe coming up with a couple orders, one that you represent, one that's maybe antagonistic towards you, and a handful of others that are either on good terms with you, slightly disaligned or neutral, and kind of come up with a whole other dimension of the world that they facilitated. There's a lot of really interesting ideas you can work with. It gives the Dungeon Master a lot to think about and a lot of world building to do that is directly applicable to the party, and it gives the individual character a lot to think about in terms of the grander goals for what their character might be. Now let's move on to some suggested characteristics here. For the personality trait, I went with I am haunted by the memories of war. I can't get the images of violence out of my mind. Under ideal, I went with responsibility. I do what I must and obey just authority, and this puts you in a lawful position. And under bond, I would still lay down my life for the people I served with. And under flaw, I have little respect for anyone who is not a proven warrior. In this case, your knightly order might be something more along the lines of the Knights of Helm from the Baldur's Gate series, kind of more in your face, might is right kind of an order. But ultimately, there are so many deities in the multiverse and so many things you can come up with on your own that don't feel free or don't feel like you're being pigeonholed in one way or another. Now let's get on to my personal thoughts. I really do like the Knight of the Order. I think it's cool. I think it's a good balance between utility as well as quest providing options, and it gives the DM a ton to work with as well. Overall, really nice. I like it. I haven't played with a lot of characters who have picked the Knight of the Order, but I feel like a lot of that has to do with people just not knowing it's really a thing. In any case, let me know what you think down beneath in the comment section. Be sure to mention any thoughts, questions, comments, or concerns you have regarding the Knight of the Order. And be sure to mention any cool stories or ideas you have. That being said, if you'd like a free one-shot, go to the guild hall and use code WELCOME. A lot of you have already grabbed them, but it's open to anyone who hasn't. That being said, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great day, and as always, happy adventuring!